Went live, yeah.
Yeah, to reiterate to people at home and to Tim, like the the thing Kevin just finished doing last episode of Persona 5 was supposed to be like a few days left on the clock there. And so like Futaba would be asleep for a few days and then she'd wake up. But Kevin finished way too early and there was a whole month left.
There was 25 days to be exact. So so basically she was unconscious for about like 25 days, but it's
He was
fine.
in a full fucking coma.
It's fine. What's his name? Sakura? Yeah, I think his name is Sakura.
Yes.
Sakura.
Well, I mean, that's their family name, but yes.
Yeah. He basically was like, oh, she does this from every now and then, but
Because again, context of the game, it's supposed to be a few days, maybe at most.
yeah, you're supposed to do other things and prep. No, I just kind of go in there and get out like a real thief. So basically, yeah, Futaba may or may not be dead. Anyways,
She's fine. She's faking it.
I have
Well,
two
just let some dirt
receipts
on
of
it.
notes because I didn't have any paper near me at the time. So I just wrote on the back of some receipts.
Been there.
So
You ever use a receipt as a tissue whenever you have to blow your nose? Been
No, God.
okay, so basically we got a bunch of them to 9, but some of the important thing is like day 1, Dr. Takamaki had a patient. That patient was sent to another hospital, but the like hospital chief was a jerk, so he told the doctor that that patient had died. But no, it turns out that doctor was just being a dick and trying to steal the credit for all her work and was jealous of her, so she just sent him to another hospital. She's fine, by the way. We sent her all the medical stuff she needs, so she'll
Right,
eventually
yeah, no,
be
because
fine.
I remember you did that on screen where like the dickhead came in and told her that a fucking kid she'd been taking care of had died.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And also, when we beat up his shadow was like the really long discussion on all those depressing goddamn movie playlists.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Mishima's going crazy. The next day, Mishima goes crazy. Basically, he's like, oh, there's this actor who has to be evil. Like, there's no way he can be dating my favorite idol. And then he's really annoyed by the...
Mishima's a simp.
Yep. Yeah, he basically simps into the dark side, but he's really bothered because the bully called him like a 0, so he's still upset by that. He's like, I have to make the Thanthes famous because that's all I got. And then I'm going to skip over some of these because I don't want to like just go through every single one. Akechi, I do want to point out this fun Akechi like aquarium thing we went to, where we went to the aquarium with Akechi, and then the reporter comes in and is like, hey, what's up? Don't forget about our deal. And then leaves and it's like, so you had a deal with a reporter, you say? And then I was like, nice fish.
Hey,
But also,
nice
like,
finish.
lady, fucking discretion. God damn.
I mean, I guess she doesn't know, because, like, Akechi's a famous detective and whatnot. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Basically, I'll sum up Kawakimi very quickly. She was hospitalized because she's working herself to death to pay off, like, the parents', like, money and stuff, you know? Because, like, she's paying her parents, like, a bunch of things because of guilt, basically. They're guilt-tripping her into paying.
Yeah.
Let's see. Skip. I can skip that.
Can you skip it though?
Oh, yeah. I think I finished the Kasumi line. Yeah. So basically, Kasumi wasn't really feeling like herself, so, like, hanging out with her was basically, like, making her feel more like herself and better to perform. And we got the ability to grapple onto the back of enemies now. Where, like, we just use our grappling hook.
She wasn't really feeling like herself, so hanging out with her was a real bummer. You know, just a real downer.
I'll be honest, that's half what I expected Kevin to say.
Yeah.
I was so ready for Kevin to be like, yeah, no, she.
God,
really
she was just the worst. She's just like always trying to like help people out, and like, man, she really looks up to us. Like, geez, just the worst.
God, I can't stand her.
God. And then Mishima started
Um,
trying to purge people from the website, so we confronted his shadow, but we didn't even beat his shadow up. We just talked to his shadow, and he was just like, all right.
I mean, frankly, like, it wouldn't have been a challenge. It would have been like punching down.
Yep.
Yeah,
Skip.
look, you ever try talking to your shadow before? It's like talking to a wall.
Well, no, I more meant that it's Mishima's like shadow, specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Oh man.
I just want to point out this one note because it's just very weird. I think this has to do with like the jazz club scene. All I wrote for Akechi on this day was that we pulled a Ryuji. Not like telling him we're
Probably
part of
that
the
you
Phantom
spilled
Thieves, but
beans,
we fucked up.
Or nearly did at least.
Oh, I think it's because we revealed the location of where we hang out after school.
Yep, that's pulling a Ryuji.
Yep.
Calling a Ryuji.
Okay, yeah, so basically,
Um,
Kasumi's maxed out. We made a deal with a fortune teller, and we've been helping her out trying to change fate. And if she finds us that we're lying, she will send us to hell. So that's fun.
Hey, so
Lovely.
what's going on here on the screen?
What's going on where?
On the screen.
Oh, you mean where I'm just sitting there, or on my part?
I don't know.
I haven't touched anything. I'm just sitting in, like, my room.
Been there so many times.
Okay,
Oh,
da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da.
Basically, Mishima saves, like... Mishima saves the bully from, like, a bunch of thugs who were threatening the bully's girlfriend, so... That was, like, a total role reversal, I guess, where Mishima
I was
actually
gonna say
steps in.
Mishima accomplishing something.
Well, I mean, he used blackmail. Like, he just threatened them about it, like, sending a video to police and, like, bluffed his way through. It wasn't like he just started beating people up.
God, that would be hilarious watching Mishima try to fight somebody.
Yep. Da-da-da.
So, Jack, somebody on Twitter just pitched an awful idea. Disney-themed Stanley Cups.
Oh God, no. There's already people beating the shit out of each other to get these things in stores. What are you doing?
No, it's not a real thing. But
I know, but I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
why would you even suggest something like that? That's going to end in disaster and broken bones.
people at Target employees are going to have to get used to cleaning up someone's blood if that happens.
Anyways,
Oh,
I'm just gonna wrap this up really quickly so we can actually start playing the goddamn game. Ryuji mentions, like, oh hey, who's that model in, like, in the magazine, Anne? It looks really cute. Maybe you can introduce me to her. And it's, like, Anne's rival, who she's, like, hates. So I just put in the notes for that day, god damn it, Ryuji.
Ryuji, you need to learn to shut the fuck up for once in
Yep.
your life.
Yusuke's basically just sad that nobody appreciates his desire painting. Da-da-da-da. Yep, send us to hell. Da-da-da. Oh, Akechi is really good with a gun in this, like, arcade game. Ha ha ha. Nothing weird about that. And then basically Anne gets inspired by our modeling job, and then it turns out that the reporter Oya is investigating a case that her partner was involved in that involved, like, a higher up, like, official, and she's implicated in murder. So yeah, now we can go to bed, I think, right? Nope, it's daytime. Right, so I guess we're just going to finish up Takamki's questline and stuff, because we got a bunch of 9s on the board now.
Don't pass out.
but I'm not on the board.
Yeah, so maybe think about what that means.
Fuck.
Please let the exam room.
Wow, Jack, just like, I haven't even dug his grave, and already you've buried him. Like, I got one dirt full of shovel, and you were already, like, good enough.
So, speaking of digging your own grave, I know I've talked about it with Jack already, Who here is familiar with the Verbal Ace scandal?
Is that what we're calling it? I was
Well-
just gonna call it public humiliation, but sure, scandal works, I guess.
Well, because I think he used like Kickstarter money to make that thing.
Oh, okay. That
Like-
is, yeah, that's fair. That's fair to call that a scandal.
I'll call it a scandal. It, from what I understand, so for those of you who don't know, the YouTuber, calling him an animator would be very generous. The YouTuber Verbal Ace, who's known for cartoon beatbox battles,
You've
Oh,
definitely
God.
seen it. These awkward animations of two random like fictional characters in a boxing ring doing weird beatboxing against each other.
which is charming in like the 2005 YouTube way.
but
like,
again, he is actively making these today.
So, here's the problem, Doctor. I think he had a Patreon or a Kickstarter or something to that degree, and that means he's getting money to make the show. And he constantly talks about how, due to YouTube's algorithm, he may not be able to do future episodes of the show, and he's worried about that. And he really pushes the Patreon so people will donate. So, with that
I'm just
out of the
gonna rip
way,
the Band-Aid off. This man spent $50,000 on an animation of a music video of a softcore like video of him and Charlie from Has Been Hotel.
yes,
He
Where
then declared bankruptcy.
yes.
Oh, yeah, it's
There's
a music
worse
video
things-
where she stalks him and ties him to a bed before seducing him.
Yeah. Also animated by a 15-year-old.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't need to know that detail.
Literally, just keeps getting worse with each.
Everything
detail.
about this is awful and bad.
It's like, oh god, every little detail of the story is just. And look, I'm not trying to be a Keemstar type right now. I'm not trying to like push YouTube drama onto anybody. But this story is so fucking fascinating to me. I had to just fucking talk about it on stream.
Taba reminds me so much of her mother.
Because how did we get to this point?
Taba, your work and your kid were so.
Why does Mishima
Oh.
seem reasonable at this point?
So suddenly.
He
mean, it's-
is.
You saw me.
an
I'm just
interesting
like,
I remember you were.
I don't know. I heard about that story and I was like, I don't know, man.
You don't need to know
like-
the reason.
Oh no.
No, they ruled her.
Doubts.
Do not.
Could she have been killed?
Supposedly.
Oh god, I'm vomiting.
Don't get me wrong.
Dallas Cowboys.
I mean, but again, like, damn, this dude paid $50,000 to be publicly humiliated and
It
shamed.
sounded like she had suspicions of her
That's the thing
own.
that's getting me. Like, was this video meant for just him and it leaked, or did he put it out there?
Thinking it was just a
In which case, damn, I don't know what to feel about your confidence to put that out there if that's the case.
I mean, he's a very confident man, but
Maybe
it's definitely misguided confidence.
maybe we
It's
shouldn't be
also,
having.
it's also creepy just in the way that it's like, oh, you're like really, really intent on portraying this, like, canonically very lesbian character as being obsessed with you.
Also, Verbal Ace is queerphobic. We're just gonna move past that detail.
I feel like I don't want to bring up this story right now, considering that we just cut over the heartfelt conversation about why Sojiro took Futaba in.
You know what, Kevin? This is revenge for fucking you and me making brave jokes over serious Final Fantasy cutscenes.
You know what?
Fucking exactly.
I guess you're right. Is it?
That's not it.
The only difference is I can just wait. I can just not press that X button. I can wait for you to finish that conversation.
Look, we already spent 8 minutes looking at a screen of nothing happening. Let's not do that.
I feel like I'm.
I have the Detroit Los Angeles game on in the background. Detroit's up by.
Oh, that's been a fun fucking game to watch.
Yeah, I mean, you know the history between these two, right?
More or less.
Like the Lions' former quarterback is on the Chargers now,
Oh, yeah, no, that they basically switched quarterbacks.
and then the Chargers beat the Lions at the Super Bowl 2 years ago. So yeah, it's a big one.
It's my Magic.
Did y'all hear about this Miami Dolphins fan who took his shirt off at the game yesterday?
Hey, Futaba.
No, but I believe it.
He was sent to the hospital.
Frostbite.
It is not
Frostbite.
a dream. Get
Yeah, not even a little bit surprised.
Maybe taking your coat and shirt off in -4 weather wasn't such a hot idea.
You're just tapping away.
I did see someone. I did see a fucking video that cracked me up where it was someone saying
I don't think
fucking
she-
Miami players in Kansas City today, and it's just the scene from Cool Runnings where they get off, they leave the airport, and all the fucking Jamaican guys freeze in place.
Yeah. Oh god.
But no, like I said earlier, like northern teams just need to fucking accept it and like dome their stadiums because this shit is getting ridiculous.
She can't.
I mean, the Bills couldn't even play today.
Oh, because it was just too fucking cold, like it wasn't safe to let them play.
No, there was a blizzard, but
Well, still,
What's up?
potato.
It's
yeah, I think the guy who played Shooter McGavin went on Twitter and he was like, "Bills and Steelers won't play because of a few snowflakes. We had to play on the golf course with a freaking radio tower on the lawn."
Futaba, hey Futaba, what's wrong? Well, it looks like it's been taken care of.
Yeah. Oh, Jack, I didn't get to tell you my case of irony today.
What's your irony?
My coworkers were sick for 2 days last week, so I had to do a lot of heavy lifting. And then they came back in on Thursday, and I was like, "Oh man, I can't wait for my sick day." And then the next day, I got sick. Except the difference was I wasn't like as sick as they were, so I still had to go into work. Not like as in like I was just like I can still go into work today. I don't really like. So I went into work and I was like, okay, cool. And then immediately the next day I was fine. I was like, I hate my ability to recover from illnesses.
Kevin is the opposite of Gavin Free.
Stop.
Yeah, no, it's just I feel like I'm getting sick. I might as well just double down on it. So the Lions quarterback is a guy named Jared Goff, and I'm so mad at his parents for not naming him Jack.
How dare they not give this child a humiliating name?
Damn, it'll help him build some character.
All right, Dick Fart. Time for you to go to school. Dad, I don't like the name Dick Fart. It builds character.
So I guess Mercedes decided the best way they could show off their like new electric cars that could do a 360 turn was to have a bunch of them spin around on the Las Vegas Strip.
I did see that. That looked pretty cool, though. Not gonna lie. It's stupid, but it looks pretty cool.
One of my favorite responses to the idea of like cars with 360 turn technology is imagine being at a stoplight and some dude honks at you and you just turn your car around to face him.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm sorry, did you have a problem? Do we need to talk?
It's this GIF right here.
Now, let's carry on our plan.
it's fucking Libby or whatever her name is from Jimmy Neutron. Just slowly.
I think that was her name, Libby.
Yeah.
Alright, here. This isn't the same car, but here's the video I was talking about.
Because there's been a bunch of these.
No, because it's a new technology a lot of car companies are trying to mess around with.
I think it's a great idea if they can apply this. Wait. It's just. I think.
Anything that helps with parallel parking at this point.
That's what I was gonna
I think
say.
it's that. It's just like situations where it's a difficult to maneuver situation, like parallel parking or something like that. Imagine if you could just turn all your wheels to the right and then just slide into the parallel parking spot.
Jack, you don't understand. I'm so bad at parallel parking, it took me 30 minutes. It took my entire 30-minute break to just give up and find a new spot.
Kevin, I'm gonna type something into the chat. There
Okay.
you
Thanks.
go.
I was
I'm
looking
sorry.
at I was looking at
I
the
typed
Discord
skill
and not
issue into
actual
the
chat.
Oh, into the Twitch chat. Got it.
Yeah. Skill issue.
Get good.
um.
So you're finally...
Fucking. I say that as someone who still struggles with parallel parking. But considering where I either work or where I live, fucking just gotta get used to it.
That reminds me. I was at the grocery store earlier today, and I saw a site that could make a New Jerseyan cry. Tim.
Be careful what you say.
Someone dropped a thing of Taylor ham, and it got run over.
That is upsetting, actually. That's just a waste of food.
I just want to point out that Futaba's pretty much the only one that legitimately commits a crime.
I mean, Akechi does too, but like.
Well, that's different. I'm talking
Is
about
it?
so far, and Akechi really isn't a member. Let's be real.
Where does it? Where does
Oh,
it?
we're talking about like actual Phantom Thieves. Got it.
Yeah, she
Where does
illegally
this-
leaked someone's personal data, by the way.
Oh. So where does this
Fucking
land?
dogs the guy.
Yep,
Where does this land on the iCrimes list?
it is.
Crime number 39.
Leaking the data of someone who tried to hack all the ATMs in Japan.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
It's
so-
like a weird, like, thing. It's still a crime, but, like, I guess the ends justify the means? I don't know what...
don't know. See, like, when you say hacking someone's data, that's like half of what the iCarly crimes, isn't it?
This
Man.
this
Would've
weirdly
thought that-
reminded me of something, and I don't know if I've ever talked about this with you guys, or at least not on stream. So I've definitely talked about. I'm a big fan of the films of Mamoru Hosoda. He's the guy who did the children's war game Digimon thing with Diaboromon. He
Yes.
made the movie Summer Wars, all that good shit. Really fucking amazing animation director. Love his work. One movie of his that's more recent that I enjoy is Belle, which is his take on Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
And being a Hosoda film, of course it takes place in like a cyberspace online virtual like reality. Anyway, the fucking Gaston equivalent in this thing is basically this like wannabe vigilante moderator who gets like an in-game item that I just lovingly refer to as the doxing beam, because it's a ray that anyone he shoots it with is made to look like their actual self.
Harley Quinn, you leaked my personal information. I gotta go change my bank account information.
I'm sorry.
I gotta move, Harley. You know how expensive it is to move in New York? I mean, Gotham.
No. Gotham.
But no, I just think it's so funny, like, that again, it's like this fucking arm-mounted, like, beam cannon, and it's just, I call it the doxing gun, because that's what it is. Anyone he shoots with it gets doxed.
Yeah. Pretty funny. Weapons that Keemstar wishes he had.
Well, no matter are those incidents because of
But no, personally, I think my favorite Hosoda film is Summer Wars. Just speaking personally.
All right.
I can't say I'm that familiar.
Oh, fantastic movie. Highly recommend.
You should know who he is.
But again,
considering
like,
what happened.
Again,
Your testimony
being that I know
answer
you've
my
seen
next
the, like,
question.
children's war game segment of the Digimon movie,
Of course I have.
yeah. That, like, idea of, like, this, like, almost neonish, like, pale neon cyberspace, that is not something that Digimon came up with. That is purely Hosoda's aesthetic.
I thought the other people were just victims.
Like, look up
the
Summer
castle
Wars
or
and you'll see what I'm
nothing
talking
else.
about.
Even though they seem to be alive, they're only. In other words, I would have loved to.
Actually, I'm gonna look up Summer Wars right now.
Very
Well,
good
not-
movie. And I think Belle is on Max. At least it was when I first watched it.
Oh wow, yeah, this really is the same guy, isn't it? Look at this.
Yup. The dude has an aesthetic and he knows what he likes. He likes fantastical cyberspaces.
I do. Ooh, actually, let me see. Belle is still streaming on HBO Max.
Dope.
Yeah.
I will say, for character reasons, like they steer away from a romance between her and the Beast. So like, it's this kind of funny situation where like she's got an IRL guy she's really interested in.
Take a short break.
Hmm.
I've been
Like,
even if Futaba is a
spo-
genius.
Okay, spoiler warnings for this movie that's been out for a few years and was talked about decently, like, well, like decently a lot for a Japanese animated film when it came out.
It had Oscar nomination, so
'Cause I'm
It
the
did?
founder.
I believe so.
Good for them.
Um,
Anyway,
What do you mean?
basically it's revealed, like, she discovers that the Beast is actually a kid. Like,
and those were the ones committing
and, like, a
cybercrime.
character, like, design element of the Beast in the virtual space is that, like, his back is covered in all these, like, disgusting looking bruises and scars. And basically she later finds, like, a video of, like,
Futaba.
the kid, like,
Since you are
protecting
secret.
his little brother from their, like, abusive dad.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, and as, like, it's happening, like, another scar appears on his avatar's back. The only problem with this, like, I think they kind of, like, copped out and could have gone further, but I get why they copped out, is they make the dad verbally abusive, but not physically.
Private.
Is like, I feel like they didn't think they could get away with actual physical abuse in this scene, even if it would have, like, driven the point home harder.
Really a problem if she-
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, we need to be able
And again, fully get that. Like, that's a completely understandable decision. I just thought, like, I almost wonder if it hurts the, like, imagery a little bit that, like, oh no, it's just scars on his soul.
Entire-
I see.
We can begin.
Let's go to the beach. There'll be tons of people there.
But no, nonetheless, very good movie. I mean, again, Hosoda is just an absurdly
Let me help
talented
as well.
animation director.
Thanks. Okay. Can I really do
No, actually, I joke a lot. Like, I think I've joked in the past. Summer Wars specifically is hilarious to me, because while it's not one-to-one, the plot is basically Hosoda being like, "Damn, I was really cooking with that Digimon thing I did. I'm gonna make that a feature-length thing just without Digimon."
Hell yeah.
By either the Phantom Thieves themselves, or
Because,
the
like, that's
Travis
effectively
whoever
what
speak
Summer
like
Wars
skill.
is. Is like,
Either way,
it is a virtual, like, online space, and it starts being attacked by a sentient virus that's tearing the whole place
it is
apart.
indeed an
And our
abnormal
heroes have to, like,
impossible that a
scramble
person
to
is
fucking
behind
stop it.
plotting the psych- If only I had
Right.
It's
Alright,
rare to hear this.
alright.
For the sake of my justice.
Actually, let me see if Summer Wars is streaming anywhere. Hold on. Nah.
Damn.
Or maybe. Let's see.
It's on, like, Crunchyroll or some shit, isn't it?
I can't tell if it's on Prime or if it's like you have to purchase it on Prime.
Yeah, it probably is the latter.
Yeah, I think it. I think it have a Funimation account to stream it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, is this really
Disappointing as it is, that makes sense.
I got to go on Crunchyroll. I'm sorry. Are we? What the fuck did I just see?
What? What?
Not you, Kevin. I looked away from my TV for like a minute, and I look over, and they have like Pokemon cards, but for NFL players.
You mean football cards?
No, like they
No,
literally
you meant Pokemon cards.
like
Like
they have like,
Pissimian?
like there's like an animation to like show stats for all these different players,
Climate change?
and they look like, and the animation looked like they were showing off Pokemon cards, but it was NFL players. I don't even know how to fucking make sense of that.
I
but
can't
okay.
even really finish a joke off of that.
I mean, don't worry about that.
Go, Peyton Manning! Hit him with Nationwide!
No, wait, I forgot he's not on my side.
Oh God.
Go, Kelsey. Use State Farm.
Master would like a-
It seems you freed.
Fucking
No.
Jake from State Farm just appears and fucking
A
attacks.
scientist race. Furthermore, that
But
further
which
research
Jake?
has been I wonder how this will
The
change
current
the
one.
approach you take.
Be more specific, Tim.
Allow me.
No.
Though you
Wait, what do you mean be more? There's only one Jake from State Farm now.
That's horseshit. I mean, now maybe, but like that didn't used to be the case.
The old
Hell,
Jake.
they even did a fucking ad with both Jakes from State Farm in it.
Yes, but let's be very frank. We know which one I mean when I say the current one.
I want to hear you say it.
No,
Why not? What's wrong?
because I'm correct. You know who I mean.
I know, and I just want to hear you say it out loud.
The hot one.
Damn, that's just mean to the other Jake from State Farm.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'd like to play my get out of jail free card in defense mode.
I did just play it.
Good job.
Well, I mean, Tim's get out of jail free card was more fucking roast the other one so I don't have to address it any further.
Also, I'm watching Figment tripping on himself right now.
Oof.
Yeah. Also, let's take this socially awkward person to the beach. That'll help. Not
Oh,
traumatize.
I mean,
What
I
is
think the
that
beach is the
supposed to
perfect
be?
place to go if you're socially awkward, because
Don't worry
nobody
about
just
it.
approaches you on the beach unless, like, it's a creep.
What? What do you plan? I'd like to
Oh god.
Yes.
Yeah, but basically, this entire week is dedicated to making this insocial person
Things like
social.
food or- Well, then.
Yeah.
Yes, because forcing someone out of their comfort zone always works well and has zero repercussions.
I mean, look at what you guys did to me.
Yeah, my point.
Jack, I have your gift hostage right next to me. Don't make me.
What is the...
Already
Wait,
said-
hold on.
I have.
Wait, as in the one I got you? Because
Yeah.
you sent mine.
I just didn't like. I didn't put it on like any clothing, but like it's for reference.
No, I know. Although
That's
Tim, I wasn't gonna tell anyone to like actually put it on anything. But Tim, if you don't put it on that Ghostbusters flannel, I'm very disappointed.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Why
Yeah.
not? It's fucking perfect,
That's a nice flannel.
and it's Ghostbusters themed.
No, I was gonna put the patch on my freaking denim vest.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, that
denim
works actually. Yeah.
jacket.
Also,
Yeah.
in reference to the last two episodes where Tim, sorry, where the hell did I get Jim from?
Do you have other friend groups we don't know about?
I don't even know a Jim.
Jack, be very serious when you ask that question. I'm just kidding. Moving on.
Kudos getting a-
If Tim was pushing Devil Joe hard, he got me a Devil Joe pillowcase.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's,
there he is.
That's now set up. I gave the patch to the Pikachu for now because I don't know which jacket to sew it onto and if I even want
Well,
to
it's
sew it
not
onto
a
a
sew on,
jacket.
it's an iron-on patch.
Yeah, it's an iron-on patch.
And now
Kevin.
Yusuke messed with Futawa's action figure, so he's dead.
Kevin, let's be very frank right now. You're wearing the exact jacket to put that patch on.
My children.
The jacket you
I have
always
Two
wear.
more
I
jackets.
was gonna say we act like Kevin wears other jackets,
I have two. I have two more.
but what do they look like compared to that one?
Basically the same. One's a darker shade and one's like a little V-neck zipper.
I don't believe him.
He just
I don't
like
trust
wears the same jacket slightly
Oh.
differently to throw us
He-
off the trail.
Hold on. He's getting to get it right now. This isn't as funny as it is to me.
Right, to other people, this is like a weird thing we're making him do.
Sorry, y'all. You have to humor us right now. Oh, he disappeared. Oh my god. He couldn't find the other jacket. Oh, this is only amusing to me.
Crap, why did I do this?
Speaking of jackets, over here it's like that kind of cold where it's like mid-30s now. AKA the kind of cold where like I can like confidently weird people out by walking around in a t-shirt.
Yeah, I mean, not today for me. Today was definitely a fleece kind of weather.
Oh no, we're like down here at least we're getting hit by a cold wave this next week.
You guys weren't
No.
even paying attention to when I aggressively showed off all 2 of my fleeces.
Not even slightly, no.
Wow.
No,
You
I
think
saw it.
we'd give you the satisfaction? No, I'm kidding.
You saw it.
Acknowledge my aggressiveness, damn it. I only
No,
do
you
it
have
for
2
show.
of the exact same coat from what I can see, because those were based on the same
Dare you
coat.
say that to me?
Sheesh.
It's gonna keep
Either
going.
way, Kevin, you're wearing the exact coat that patch should go on.
See.
It's the one
I don't have
we
a
all
sewing
know.
kit though. My mom does. But
Again,
I
it's
don't.
not a sew on, it's an iron on.
Take a look at that. Futa-
Actually, I do have an iron, but
She
you
doesn't
know,
have a problem
I don't
with
know.
this.
I don't know how to use this properly. It's gonna be all crooked.
Hey, I have great news for you, Kevin. There's a little thing called YouTube
She
that
hasn't had
has
many chances to-
guides.
Don't set the bar so high.
I feel like this is one of those things where I get like one shot.
Well, I've left tomorrow to An and Ryuji. Can I wear my... I think...
Oh God.
The one time I have physical evidence and I tried to Phoenix write my way out of the situation, you guys ignored me. It's just like the actual court of law.
I mean, look, man. Get a better lawyer. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't have the right to an attorney and I can't afford one.
Well, if you can't afford one, then they'll provide one for you.
Lady An and Ryuji...
The guns are gonna melt.
Man, I put that stuff down so confidently too. I'm so upset that we didn't get any more of a comedic gamble. I didn't even hear your conversation.
What?
I had to take the headphones
I
off.
feel disappointed we didn't react strongly enough to him having multiple jackets.
Multiple jackets of the same color.
Not
the same
no, it's not that I have
variety.
multiple jackets. That I did it so like comedically aggressively, and you got nothing out of it.
Yeah.
I literally threw it on top of the mic. I actually hope that didn't damage my mic. That'd be sad.
Nah, your mic's fine.
All for a bit.
There are no customers.
It's the streamer way. You can't just be quiet about it.
I've been watching the Ted sitcom, which is actually pretty good.
Oh my god. I saw the scene where the sister has them watch The Watcher in the Woods.
Oh yeah.
That shit was fucking hilarious. Because, yeah, Disney effectively made some horror movies in the 80s.
Yep. Why are...
Fucking.
Have it...
Love it. Love to
Yeah, I
see it.
love it. That was so. The plot of that episode is that
Today...
Blair, the cousin, she needs Ted to drive her to a Halloween party because she wants to have drink.
Mhm.
So Ted, yes, Ted of all characters is going to be her designated driver.
Well,
Okay.
duh, because he's underage. Ted's a teddy bear. What are they gonna do?
Well, Ted gets to the party and everybody says, "Hey, I never did shots with a teddy bear before. Hey, I never smoked crack with a teddy bear before."
You know, Futaba.
Oh God.
She doesn't have... Seems totally... I don't know, but if
I
this is it...
that
I totally thought you were gonna be
Look.
some weirdo, but
is it basically the closest to a live action Family Guy we're ever gonna get? Yes,
How about we...
but
Perfect. It'll be good.
I definitely think people should check it out. I mean, it's more of the Ted movies, so take that for what it is.
Like, if you like the Ted movies, you'll probably like this series a lot.
And I really like the first movie. The second one, not as much.
then it's all set.
Oh fuck yeah! It's my favorite type of monk weapons in Final Fantasy 14, where they're just gloves. You don't take them off; you just wear them.
Yeah.
I mean,
It doesn't even really boost the damage. It just makes you feel more confident, so you punch harder. That's what
I
I
don't know.
want.
These ones are glowing. I think they do something.
they give you radiation poisoning.
It's like one of those glow sticks. You see, the harder you punch, it glows stronger. So you're encouraged to punch as hard as you can. It's not enchanted or anything. It just encourages you to punch harder.
But no, for context for Tim, like monks in Final Fantasy 14, their default weapon is effectively knuckles and variations of those. But again, so sometimes you get ones that are literally just gloves, and your character doesn't take them off when they holster the weapons. They just keep them on their hands, and I love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it makes it all the funnier that your character still does an animation as if they're holstering the gloves they are still wearing.
I mean, hey, maybe it's just like, yeah, again, you gotta like crack the little glow sticks. You gotta hit it against your leg, crack them so they glow. That's the she thing. It's just you're turning it off and on.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I can't confirm. I haven't seen the movie, but in the movie The Beekeeper, Jason Statham does in fact make bee puns for most of the movie.
I would hope for nothing less.
Now I have to see that film. It's not even a fucking option.
So you're interested in seeing it? I mean, I guess you could say that. What? So like what it drew you in? The plot, the actors, the bee puns.
Yeah. I know what I'm about.
I look forward to it.
If he kicks down a door and says you like jazz before killing a bunch of enemies, I'm gonna be very upset.
Let's go.
Hey fellas, you like jazz?
Next time.
Bang, 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 bang. Explosion. So,
B movie starring Jason Statham.
I'm looking at this fucking tweet for when they first announced the Despicable Me short film Mooned, starring Vector.
Oh yeah, the one where they actually just check in on Vector stuck on the moon.
Yeah, and so a blue check mark, because of course, tweeted, "I know this movie, The Despicable Yes."
What?
That's what I've been trying to figure out for the past minute. What is he talking about?
What does that mean?
What it means is that all blue checkmark accounts are not real, and dead internet is very much a true theory,
Still putting her out.
or a correct theory, rather.
Don't worry. I did graduate. I'll be fine if I just think of this as my.
Well, just don't push yourself. Hey,
The usual.
sure. Keep an eye on Futaba.
Wee wee.
She a new part-timer? Man, smooth as always.
It's not like.
You usually go for the older one. It's like the...
Sorry. We're. Hey, snap out of it. Hurry up.
Yo.
Futaba. Haven't I told you not to and be more.
You know we've ran out of things to talk about if I start making Pee Wee Herman sounds.
Right? When we start just imitating Pee Wee Herman's laugh, that's when you know you're in a lull in the
Look.
conversation.
I'll be honest, I was timed pretty well, considering that Futaba has this horrible mask, and then you just hear work in the cafe and you hear a horrifying ah, and you know exactly what just happened.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah.
Okay.
To think Futaba would go out, it looks like.
So
Anyway.
I'm just gonna put this in the chat.
Oh god, what else happened?
It's just a video of a woman with her very long hair.
Oh, girl, that's gross. You're picking up so much shit on that thing.
Oh no, I'm uncomfortable looking at it.
Oh, you're gonna have to like fucking clean dirt and debris out of that. Ugh.
Someone
She's got,
saw...
like-
What's her name from Mortal Kombat? Someone saw that and was like, I can
Sindel.
build a combat
Sindel.
style around that.
Oh, did you hear Soul bomb in the box office?
I mean, I feel like it was kind of not given the tools to succeed. Because again, I only saw one ad for it, and it was just re-airing the trailer from when it first came out on Disney Plus to a confused audience who didn't understand that it was coming back to theaters.
Yeah. So yeah, shit. I wonder why it bombed in theaters.
Like, Disney, why do you hate your own movies? I know Pixar is not technically your own, but you own them. Fucking act like it.
Not only do you own them, but they've basically saved your ass in the 2000s. Let's be very honest.
Like, Disney corporate is in a very self-destructive state, and I don't know what the solution is.
The solution is get your shit together and fucking just cut the bullshit. And I'm not talking about like the other woke bullshit. I'm not that freak. There's just something going on within that company where they refuse to fucking do anything. Oh hey, Chris is in the chat, or he was in the chat. I don't know how long ago that message was from. Hello, Chris.
Right.
If you're still here. I think it's a safe bet to say, like, with most Hollywood companies right now, it's a lot of... What's the word I'm looking for?
Hmm?
Well, first of all, a lot of nostalgia bait, which is a huge issue, I feel like.
Like,
they're
as
too
much as
rel-
I hate to give any, like, credence to a joke made by Doug Walker,
What?
but the chart says...
Dude, no, seriously, that really has become, like, the current Hollywood is like, oh, well, the chart says that people love the 80s. Well, the chart says the 90s is in right now. And it's like, yeah.
Well, I'm not even talking about, like, that's not even a bad thing. Just fucking actually put in the effort to make something worthwhile out of it.
Because when you don't...
Let your creatives be creative.
Well, that's the other thing. It's just a lot of, like, nothing getting done and a lot of sitting on a bunch of scripts that can be easily made right now.
Well, I was also just more saying, like, fucking business degree executives who decide they know how to, like, make a better movie than fucking people whose entire career has been, like, creating movies.
Yeah. Look. You can say Bob Iger, and you can also say David Zaslav.
Ugh, David Zaslav. I fucking hate that man.
At least freaking... I don't want to give Bezos too much credit, but at least he kind of steps back when he gives creatives money. It's like, hey, we have the rights to this thing. Make something good out of it. Bye. I don't know. And then here's the thing. There's no reason for them to be in such a fucking ditch. Oh, there is. There's a fucking writer's strike.
But see, that's the thing. This was an issue before the writer's strike.
No, it was. It was. If anything, the writer's strike was happening partially because there was such a fucking issue with the creatives and the execs. But now it's like, nothing's been done. We're all kind of just sitting on our hands waiting for work to come back.
Today's the 4th day already.
Well, I am, but, you know.
People cannot change their
Well, let's just...
As much as I would say get a job, get a job where you can.
Making us wait like this.
I would not be like, you should totally join food service. There's nothing wrong with food service. A tear just crawls down my face.
Yeah, no, as someone who has worked in food service, I don't wish that on anybody.
I don't wish to return to that. Yeah.
I would not wish that upon my worst enemy, especially nowadays where people are super, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? I think entitled is like the best word.
Lack restaurant etiquette. Just etiquette in general in public. People just don't have that anymore. I think that's a thing COVID really did a number on us. It completely devastated our etiquette. Not to say that we've had a lot of it to begin with, but now it's like, not to be an old man yelling at a cloud, but you go to a movie now and people just fucking yap. I mean, they yap. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
As someone who's like very respectful about like the movie theater, mainly because I've worked in multiple, like the idea that people would like act that way in a theater is fucking bizarre to me. I cannot understand what has to go through your head to do that.
Like, look, if you want to like lean over to your friend and like whisper a joke.
Oh yeah, that's not what we're talking about.
We're talking about loudly talking where I can hear you at the front of the theater and you're in the back.
Me?
You buy front seats?
Somebody has to.
What's with all the...
No, my point is basically like if someone in the front row can hear you and you're all the way in the back, shut the fuck up. I mean, I had the issue at Oppenheimer.
She might be some trouble.
Well, actually, we had a lot of issues at Oppenheimer. One, people behind us talking loudly. Two, an old lady at the front who went up to the emergency exit and like poked her head out of it and just kept looking around and then sat back down and then
that sounds like someone who was trying to sneak someone into the theater.
No one came in.
I know, but like that's like an old strategy for doing that is just fucking like letting them in through the emergency exit.
She did it twice and nobody entered the theater. That was the funniest part.
Was she like a dealer? Was she waiting to make some kind of deal out the exit of Theater 3?
Hi, sweetie. I got the good stuff. Just come by Theater 8 at Regal Cinema, and I'll have the goods.
Use the back door, dearie. They'll catch on if it's in the theater. Nobody wants to watch Oppenheimer. They're all about that Barbie movie.
Meanwhile, packed theater. Everybody can see them doing this, and everybody was watching her as she actively did it.
Yeah. Jesus.
It's like the worst drug dealer in the world.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Nah, me and my coworker are having problems with like a customer. Of course I'm polite and I don't say anything about it, but like basically we have acai bowls and they only come in like one size. And this guy is like, "Can you get me more granola and more acai?" And I'm just like, "Alright, I'm just gonna find a bowl that looks big and I'm just gonna put another scoop of granola on it, and I'm not gonna say anything."
Fucking, like gaslight him into thinking it's actually a bigger bowl.
That's literally what I do. I just like, I can't tell them no, and everybody thinks I'm giving them an in. Literally, I'm just not saying anything.
That's brilliant. I love that.
Look,
Let's see.
if any of my customers find out I said this, I'm in a lot of trouble. But like, it's just what you have to do. They'll never know.
Want to get together? That may be a good idea.
One of the most saddest things was
I can do that.
the most like
Okay, I'll take
our coworker, for some weird reason, the day I was sick was when our coworkers decided to go crazy. So I'm just like doing smoothies, and I turn to my left, and there's like one of the people from Pasta Bar with a chocolate cake in her hand, looking at me, and I immediately know what she wants to do with that chocolate cake. And I was like, no, initially. But then I hear like my other coworkers from across the like cafe be like, "Go for it, Kevin, just let her do it." I'm like, fine, go ahead. I didn't realize that when I'm sick is the day that the bar would burn down.
I'd like the same.
In fact, I thought it would be my other coworker that wasn't there, but no, it was a different one. And I was like, oh, just like you always suspect this one coworker to burn down everything you hold dear. Like, I am basically the last line of sanity. Everybody just wants to, like, lose their job and just doesn't give a shit, and I'm trying to keep everybody hired so I don't have to do this alone.
I mean, again, food service, man.
Yep. Of course, I say it more dramatically. We still do all our jobs, and we're still, like, doing it fine. But at some point, it wasn't, like, illegal, but, like, I'm just standing there, and I'm just like, at some point, like, if you guys get fired, I'm going to quit.
Hell yeah.
But this is for
I'm
Father's-
assuming, I can't see it, but I assume Tim just sent a photo of what is, like, effectively a broom closet.
Better. I sent is basically what would be a home a mouse lives in behind a power outlet.
You know, when you're out of humans, there's a lot of rats in New York. So when you're tired of dragging food down to the sewers, you can have a convenient little, like, apartment so that you can steal.
Yeah, but yes.
Yeah.
Damn, food top.
Of course, then again, New York rats are too big for that, but you know what I
Much
mean.
prefer that to women who don't eat a lot.
Yeah.
Soji,
Will you stop? So does this mean? Let's go with that.
Hey, let me make you guys.
Thank you.
Wait,
I want ice.
this is how I
Handle
find
business.
out that
Yeah,
fucking
definitely.
Thunderclap can be used on Ally.
Yes.
For context, Thunderclap is a gap closing ability for the monks in Final Fantasy 14, where it's it's effectively instant transmission.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I thought it could only be used on enemies, like you could only do it to enemies until I'm like, oh fuck, I went the wrong way for a second and my party got ahead of me. Let's just try it for shits and giggles, and suddenly I'm standing next to them.
Yeah, no, like, that's how it works, Jack. Trust me, as a monk for several years, I know how that works. And I mean in Final Fantasy 14, not in real life.
Okay.
Ooh, Vineyard Vines coming to Disney Springs.
Yeah, woo. I'm still not over the fact that they closed down Bongos.
Oh yeah, they did.
Bongos Cuban Cafe, rest in peace.
I really like the barbecue place there. That was pretty good. And I love the fucking Indiana Jones.
Wait,
theme.
House of Blues or the other one? Or the
I
Flight
think
Pig?
it was Oh, the pig. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, you didn't go to House of Blues? You're doing yourself dirty at that point.
Look, next time I'm down there, okay? I think between Jack and my girlfriend, I've never had two people in my life be like, let's go to Disney. Like, more than anyone else. It's been you two the most.
Yes. True. This is how you find out that I and your girlfriend, who I've never met, have been secretly colluding to lure you back down to Florida. A fucking
She's like-
years in the making scheme.
Like, she sits down, like, we're both in the fucking guest room of the suite, and you just walk in, hand her a paycheck, and then she leaves.
You walk in dressed up as Steamboat Willie, and Tim's like, what the fuck? And then you whip off to the skies being like, surprise!
And I could too now.
And-
It's just like 6.
Actually, like, interesting thing. I saw this on social media yesterday. Someone made a 4K scan, like straight from the real scan of Steamboat Willie.
Dang.
Huh.
It's very cool.
Shit.
Interesting.
Nice.
That's it's a fascinating fact.
It's really funny to like watch that today because like it's a very low stakes cartoon.
Sorry.
Like
Yes.
it's literally like it's Mickey working a day job and sneaking his girlfriend onto the boat he works on.
Yeah. Oh,
What?
nothing.
Oh.
Later.
Hey, it's me, Goku. Here, really strong.
The one I saw that cracked me up, because obviously we've all heard the, like, beat cancer one. But the one I heard recently that made me laugh is like, hey, it's me, Goku. So I heard you transitioned. Wow, so this new form of yours must be even more powerful than the last.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Jeez.
Damn.
Anyways, I had something.
Orange juice.
I had a warning for something called a winter squall. What is it? A snow squall today? I have no idea what that is, but I just find that like the weirdest name for like a snowstorm.
Firework?
Yeah, you wouldn't know. I know
So why do they call you
that
Cloud? Because you rain on everyone's parade? No, those are squalls and no one likes those.
Fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Um.
Oh,
Wait.
I'm the catcher.
Oh yeah, the one on TV.
This place is more than I am. No wonder San recommended it.
I already told.
Oh no, that's not my intent. Oh,
You know,
I'll have whatever.
today I'm wondering, is this gonna be another day where
It seems.
I ask a question, and before either of you can even give me a response, I just leave the call in the chat and just go to bed?
I
Dude, it's
think,
only 10:38. Don't do this.
Tim.
Apparently, my mother was in a
Come on. I know we're only an hour into the episode, but come on.
Thanks to him, I was pacifist.
Here's the thing: I never stick around long enough to like know what happens whenever I do leave
I'm
the
not
chat.
sure whether measure.
We usually just say, oh.
You're.
Yeah. It just kind of happens. Like I also did that.
Like the first time we're like, wait, is he not coming back? Is this not just a bit? After the next couple times, we're like, oh, he's gone again.
Although I'd rather not.
It's just, yep, that's part of this bit now.
Yeah, I mean,
You
like at
roll.
first we're just like, okay, what is it? And then you leave, and then we wait a second, and then we're just like,
This is delicious.
he left the call, didn't he?
You get
And
to-
then it's
I would
like, yeah.
never have thought you'd be bored.
Yeah. But usually I would just be like, look, I'm a little tired. I'm just gonna hop off. But then I was like, you know, it'd be really funny if I just did a complete Irish exit and
I
just
believe
didn't
that.
elaborate.
Full Irish goodbye, you sick bastard.
Look, all right. Do you want me to explain myself?
Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare.
Oh, he's
What do you
there.
mean?
He.
Because as soon as one of us answers one of your questions, you're just gonna leave the call.
No, as soon as we ask a counter question, he's gone.
He's already gone, Kevin.
Of course he's already gone. I can't hear him disconnect for some weird reason.
Can we?
I knew he was out that door. I can't even see the Discord chat, and I know he's here because I could hear someone laughing.
Oh God. Yes, I have returned.
Yeah, we could tell.
I went by myself. I was worried, so I decided to follow her.
There's a
She can do
cat.
that, she
Yep.
A talking cat?
Oh, hurry, hurry!
Hold on,
A
Futaba.
talking cat? Baby's a talking cat.
Super. Will you listen to
Hey,
Platypus plumber?
Crunchyroll?
Eddie the platypus plumber? Eddie the platypus.
Okie dokie.
What if you just put on like a different hat, like a platypus plumber?
Well, that's literally what that bit is. He comes in
I
with
know.
like a fucking like hard hat and a plumber's belt, and it fucking fools him.
It's just like a platypus plumber, a milkman platypus plumber, Perry
Right,
the
'cause-
milkman platypus plumber.
He takes off the hat and puts on the fedora. Eddie the platypus plumber?
Yeah,
Drops the fucking like tool belt.
Very still.
it is such a great bit. I love it. I just, for some weird reason, my brain's like, what if they kept building on it? Like he just puts on other hats and it's just like, what?
There isn't a. It's just because I referenced the movie very briefly. I can never think of the movie A Talking Cat without being reminded, like, oh yeah, they filmed that on a porn set.
I watched that entire movie.
It's not good.
But yeah, no, the
No.
house they film in is used for porn.
The cat can only talk to
almost-
each person once, and I did not want to
And-
learn
and-
about that information.
Listen, but before you ask, yes, the car chair has been used several times.
Of course it has.
However,
So I did see something where like someone's asking like who's the worst animated dad, and it was between Dr. Doofenshmirtz's dad, Buck Cluck, and Molly's dad from Epithet Erased.
What's that last one?
Epithet Erased? Have you not watched Epithet? Have I not made you watch Epithet Erased? Jellopocalypse's whole thing?
No, I guess not. How do you spell? How do you spell it?
EP.
you
Hold on, I'm just gonna send you the link. Give me.
Hmm?
Because it's a very funny series.
Let me see this. I will turn off. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen this at all.
Well, still, I highly recommend it. It has the greatest character of all time, Giovanni Potage,
Ooh,
who's a wannabe supervillain, even though he's basically like a high school dropout loser who, like, in a world of people who have random powers, his power is soup.
Ooh, yes.
Well, because basically, like, random people in this universe have what is called an epithet, which is basically a word inscribed on their soul that gives them some kind of power related to that word. The main the main protagonist, Molly, the little girl you see in the thumbnail there, hers is dumb. And I don't mean that insultingly. Her word is literally dumb.
Oh no.
Well, so basically, she uses it to like make things quiet most of the time.
Okay.
But her whole deal is that like her parents ran a toy shop with her dad making the toys and her mom running the shop. But when her mom died, her dad and her older sister just kind of started acting like nothing changed, and this little girl was basically forced to take over the role of managing their family and their family business.
Oh. Oh.
Meanwhile,
no.
her dad is a giant incompetent man-child who forgets his daughter at a museum and doesn't even think about it. She has to make it home herself in the morning.
Futaba will be in your
Point is,
Make sure
he's
you
a
let-
piece of shit.
Yeah.
But no, again, basically, like, the plot of, like, the first arc of the first season, like, and they have done other seasons as audiobooks, but this is the only one that got the YouTube treatment with, like,
Right.
an almost, like, D&D sort of, like, animation of, like, a lot of it being either, like, animated stills of the characters talking or, like, a top-down, like, grid-style board of how they're moving around. It's very charming, I think.
I'll give it a
But basically, like, the first arc is this little girl gets, like, fucking accidentally left in the museum overnight and locked inside, while two separate, like, groups of people are breaking in. One is this girl and her fucking himbo muscle-bound bodyguard who are trying to steal a specific artifact from the museum, and the second are a bunch of wannabe pyramid scheme using, like, serving supervillains called the Bonsai Blasters, led by one Giovanni Potage.
Got a better opinion of me now?
Oh.
What? Cat got your tongue? Come on.
Well, all right.
Well,
As well as his henchmen, aka his boys, which include the likes of Darkstar and Car Crash. And I'll give you one guess why Car Crash has his name.
Cars.
He has wrecked his own car so many times. Giovanni is genuinely worried. He thinks he has astigmatism.
This is perfect!
No, the whole joke with Giovanni's character that I really adore is he's actually a very nice kid. It's just the fact that he's like so obsessed with like the fact that he thinks being a villain will make him cool that like he's fallen into this fucking like supervillain pyramid scheme, even though he's incredibly like considerate of his henchmen.
Mhm.
Yep. Well, good PR
And again,
is a good way to
I
keep
cannot
things.
stress enough, his epithet is soup. Which, when he's acting like a giant edgelord and trying to make his power seem cool, is really fucking funny.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's almost. No! The squid's staring at.
He's also got his, fucking, what was it, Demon Destroyer Death Bat, which is just a regular bat with a knife through it. And I didn't mean strapped to it, I said through it. Or no,
Yeah.
actually, it's backwards. It is strapped to it, because he didn't want to ruin a perfectly good bat.
Familiar flavor. What's up, Makoto?
Well, good. I'm glad.
You just don't get it. When a girl's in a swimsuit, you're.
Again, I adore this series. It's super charming. I highly recommend watching it.
We.
Check it out. Check it out.
Keep an eye on our.
Yeah, check it out.
We're celebrity.
Check it, check it, check it, check it, check it out.
But. Can we get to the. Oh.
The second arc is also fucking hilarious in season 1. Mainly because like one of the main two characters in that arc, Ramsey, is just this, and this is how the show describes him: gerbil man.
Trouble man.
No, he's basically like a criminal, like a forger and like appraiser of goods, because his epithet is gold brick, so he can turn anything into gold and back again.
Hey, how do we get Lady?
Well,
Which includes at least a couple cases of him having paid people who tried to get him to do sketchy shit in gold, which would then, after he was a safe distance away, turn into dirt.
it's settled. So, Mona-
Dirt.
But no, Ramsey cracks me up because he's just a giant fucking coward. He gets himself locked in a like stupidly like podunk like single cell sheriff's office, where the sheriff is an incompetent idiot, purely so he can avoid a bounty hunter who's after him by just claiming, well, too late, I'm already arrested. I
Well,
am
okay.
in jail, as you can see.
Excuse
Oh
me.
no.
Yep. Anyways, the beach episode's almost over.
Don't say
We're almost done with our time at the beach.
that. Really?
I don't know.
OMG, it's the golden.
You? What are you? We thought we.
I forgot these were recurring characters.
Oh, honey, you just
So. What's this? By the way.
So this is where you two were.
Well, you were busy with your interrogation, and so I decided to spend the last of my money.
Man, you're real. Wait, you were.
Apologies, but I haven't had my very
Good for you.
We.
Come on. How about you come for a night? There's going to be.
Are you?
Sorry about the wait. Huh, so.
That's what we've been.
Don't you find it boring spending your time?
It's far more interesting.
What was that? Hey, we'll be going now.
Thanks.
Oh,
You
it's the
guys
beach
just went.
episode.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Everyone's favorite filler episode of anime.
Ah, yes.
Excuse me.
To be honest, I was.
By the way,
Aha.
Are those lobsters? I was.
enough of your vile postulate.
We did tons of.
What's going on the YouTubes?
A lot. I could use some food. I'm not gonna lie, I just got suddenly really hungry. I had 1.5 bowls of pasta and I'm still hungry.
Yeah.
We should probably.
I mean, you can take a snack break. We don't mind.
Hey, Futaba.
I mean, like, really the only thing I have left is saltine crackers. And the other one I have to use the toaster oven for.
All this time. It's
Just
because
Kevin
I
just
ended up-
softly eating saltines at the corner of the screen.
Don't judge me. I might. Actually, did I eat my last sleeve of saltine?
I wanted to become like her. How she
Saltine
Oh no,
sleeve.
we don't even have
Research.
saltines.
It was
What kind of
cognitive
world is
science,
this?
wasn't it?
I don't know, but that world will go in the square
Cognitive
hole.
worlds can become distorted through design. If it becomes distorted, that cognitive. Isn't that about palaces?
Goddamn, Noah can fit in the circle hole too if you put it at the right angle.
Yeah.
Metaverse.
What's the point of teaching kids shapes that way if the square one can fit into whatever it goddamn wants to?
Look, Kevin, I
All
think
I thought about was my mom. I was trapped. I couldn't get
Still
out.
not really that funny.
Why you asked us to steal your heart?
That's a huge.
Welcome back.
At first, I
Happy
didn't
doing
believe
that
it,
bit
but
for
I
the
overheard
second
you.
time tonight.
Overheard.
yes.
I had to keep.
Talk about
Damn, didn't even give it a beat.
You talked about. I thought. You.
Haha.
But you must.
That being said, I actually
There
am
were
very
one was
tired.
meant to would have been in trouble.
Sounds totally fine, man.
The other Sojiro. He was. It made me. I thought.
Wait, is that Sun from Ruby?
That the fan. I didn't.
God,
think you
it
guys would
totally
be taken.
is.
I didn't think.
What?
Do you believe in us?
He's saying Ryuji looks like a character from Ruby.
there's nothing.
Oh yeah.
I'll be on changing people. The reason.
Yeah.
That is the problem with anime
It was
sometimes.
written. Should this.
Is this
Yeah.
Fucking all these anime boys look alike.
Don't like right.
God damn it. Why can't they even
And she didn't
what's
choose
his
the word.
name?
It was more like she
from
collaborated.
Dragon Ball? What's his name?
Thought what was written in the
I see so many Gokus.
I read books.
It is true though. Every character in that anime looks like Goku. It's like
But I didn't think she was killed by some.
Wait. Don't shoot. He's not black.
God damn it.
I'll
bet
never
more-
pass up the opportunity to talk about that bit.
I bet more so like it's kind of like the Elsa face thing, where like all the Disney girls look the same.
Oh yeah, no, that I totally get.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they distinguish some of them. For example, to make Krillin stand out, they don't give him a nose.
Thanks.
Or hair.
Well, they
Well, no,
gave
he
him
gets
hair.
He gets
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's later. But even his hair is kind of unique, and it doesn't turn gold the same way.
He gets a weirdly long flat top.
He gets a job.
Piccolo
He becomes a cop.
Even
Yeah.
Yamcha doesn't get that kind of treatment.
Yamcha
Well,
was a
yeah, but that's
baller.
Yamcha.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
When they first, you gotta remember, when they first found Yamcha, he was living as a bum in the desert.
Oh yeah.
And now he's a pro baseball player. Look at him go.
Do you have it?
I do appreciate that in the Dragon shorts that Team 4-Star did. They're like, let's give Yamcha a happy ending. Fuck's sake.
The guy really needs it.
He could use a win.
Cat loves food. Yeah.
You mean meow 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 meow? Because
No.
No.
What?
Basically, they like say that in the DBZ Abridged series, Yamcha had a like record deal at one point to do some like single for cat, like some jingle for cat food,
Oh,
and so you
right.
regularly hear it playing and Yamcha looking all embarrassed.
Hey,
Cat loves food. Yeah.
But no, they basically do like after like fucking they got sick of dealing with Toei making it miserable to use any like Dragon Ball like footage for the Abridged series. They started using 3D animation, hiring people like Devil Artemis to help with that. To do like little skit shorts, which I think have been all fucking wonderful. and one of them was like Yamcha, like playing as a pro baseball player, where like, yes, even though Yamcha's like easily the weakest of the Dragon Ball crew, by human standards, he's still a fucking cannon of an arm. So that it's like, it basically becomes pointless to play baseball against him because he just wins without even trying. And so like, his like the fucking team manager brings him in to like fucking let him go from the team, and he's like, "Oh God, this is the worst day of my life." And they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about? First off, we're gonna give you a fucking really fucking generous severance package because anything else, and you could sue us into oblivion. And also, like, you've got enough record deals and all that to be set for life. You do nothing but win, kid." And at that moment, you're pretty sure you hear Yamcha's heart break.
Yeah, those food. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I do think it's fucking hilarious that like there's a very solid case that Krillin is the strongest human alive.
Yes, he is.
Like with no like augments or like alien DNA or like other shit like whatever Tien has. Like Krillin is the strongest human.
What is Tien?
He's a Triclops.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, he's a mutated human. Okay, so
And
technically, Krillin.
even then, I don't know if we've ever seen like him and Krillin fight to like say which one of them is stronger.
I think I would say, all things considered, who walked away from the sand battle?
Kiko, how you doing? I just love that after that incident in the Abridged series, Cell just has this like visceral hatred for Tien.
I mean, if someone just kept
Repeatedly flashbanged you into a hole in the ground, you'd be fucking furious.
It's like, look, he didn't really kill me or hurt me, but he inconvenienced me to the point where I almost didn't get to my perfect fall.
I was in that hole for 3 days.
I was falling for hours.
Hours, long time.
Well, it seemed like hours.
That worry.
Was that Morgana?
I actually called it.
Anyway, I'll be coming.
Gotta be kidding.
Another
With
case.
that, I am leaving you two. Good night.
Alright, have a good night, man.
I am hilarious, and you'll repeat everything I say.
No, that's the wrong voice.
do you mean?
No, he got the
Yeah,
character
I was
wrong.
I was doing Super Kami Guru. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I thought you were going to go for Perfect Cell.
I'm supposed to be human.
Well, no, because, I mean, multiple characters say that line. I just personally think it's funniest when Super Kami Guru does it.
Oh, yeah.
Get rid of the distortion in the... Sorry. Oh, my sunburns were hurting, and I was absorbing all the... Oh, by the way, but what would you do if...
Because I think the first one who does it is fucking Nappa.
If what I saw, and even if I'm...
Does he?
I think so.
It's nothing.
I only really remember Cell saying it.
As a cat, too.
No, I know, but by that point it was already a running joke.
Maybe I'll live a
Okay.
life of luck.
I guess you're right.
But rather than becoming some... You and me made a... Stop, don't forget what...
All right.
Come on, night. It'll be fine.
Magorna's being Morgorna?
Morgorner.
Morgorna.
Merger. Mergerner.
Magorner species of Magorner. Yeah.
Ermager. Gersperms.
Yep. Oh god. I turned into the Swedish chef for a second. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was doing the Ermager, like meme girl from back in the 2000s.
Oh.
More importantly, why don't you...
God, is that where that came from? Oh my god.
I'm gonna go pick up some groceries.
There's a lot of memes I missed out on as a kid just because I just didn't have the right.
I mean, that one just spawned from this like picture of this like girl with like braces and pigtails holding up a bunch of Goosebumps books, and so like the original was Ermager Gersperms, like she's saying it through like the gritted teeth of her braces.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Yoshi's out. Wasn't she gonna be in the summer meet?
About that.
I remember I had braces when I was a kid,
Makoto?
but like I was such like
I made it all the way through to a retainer, and then I fucked it up by not wearing my retainer enough.
yeah, but the difference was they wanted to put braces back on me at some point, and I was like a really whiny, stubborn kid, and I said no, and so they didn't put it back on me.
Yeah. Ain't there one more meet left this year? Shit must be rough.
And I don't know if like that's the result of why part of the reason why my teeth are so bad, or if anything else. But nope, I just gotta live with that decision now.
Like my upper teeth are like relatively straight. A couple of my lower teeth are crooked as shit. Like not to a like a problem to my health degree, but
I mean, like, yeah, I haven't really been talked to about that, but like I do notice that some of my teeth are not right from time to time.
And it sounded like, but could this be about Yoshi?
But it's fine. It's just one of those things where it's like you realize that you do this stuff as a kid because it's so annoying and frustrating. And also, not to mention all the like public humiliation that comes with it. Like, part of me wonders if like if it would have been actually better if I just sucked it up and went through with it all. Probably, right? But like, I don't know.
You can't let yourself get too weighed down with that shit.
I know. I'm just wondering like what my mouth would feel like. I don't know. It's one of those like what if situations that you just don't even really think about until it hits you all of a sudden.
Yeah, we don't know what'll happen to you, but at the very least, we can.
I mean, it's still fine. I can still eat. That's like the end of the line kind of thing.
Next up, our spotlights on a topic. Their popular many are.
Whoa.
Man, it's hot.
I don't.
Now that we're done with the Futaba line, we can finally hang out with Sojiro again.
All right then.
Yay!
Oh, that's right.
Sojiro is one of the best confidants in this game,
Oh, I fully agree.
for sure.
Oh. I was saying this to Tim last night. Now that I've got my new controller, it's one of those weird situations where, like, in addition to no longer having to deal with the stick drift issue, I didn't realize how worn down a lot of the stuff on my controller had gotten until I got the new one in my hands.
Yeah, sometimes we just don't talk about it. Like, there was a controller I got recently where, like, I actually felt the things, and I was like, wait, this isn't supposed to be flat? With, like, a question mark?
All right.
And it's just, like, because I've been using, like, the 6 so much that it just worn down all the, like, the curves to it, so it just went straight out flat, and I was like, oh, no.
The rest is on you.
You know, oddly enough, one of the things that really took me off guard was the you know how, like, when you click on the right trigger, it, like, stiffens to, like, mimic something on the PlayStation?
Yeah, trigger resistance. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that would mess up the button for the longest time, but no, it didn't.
No, yeah, I don't. Like, frankly, that's one of the coolest features in, like, the new controllers, if you ask me, is, like, the haptic feedback has gotten so interestingly complex.
Yeah, that is true. I wish, like, the DS games had the DS's.
We can't leave this beat.
The triggers on the DS is what I was gonna get to. Because, like, I always managed to mess up the left trigger or the right trigger because I had a Game Shark. I think that's what it's called. I had, like, an action replay. And it'd always be, like, left and, like, some other button.
Huh.
So, like, I just use that a lot, because, like, good luck trying to beat a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon without cheats nowadays. That was the longest thing when I was a kid. I just could not do Mystery Dungeon, and when I did it the first time, I was like, cool. I don't really want to do all that training again and lose all my stuff, so I'd use the max health cheat a lot.
Yeah.
So I guess at some point, my left trigger and my X button just wasn't responding.
Hmm.
You don't. Not only.
I asked especially for this place is sushi.
Man.
Tell him to.
Wait, does it want to come? I do feel sorry for it.
He knows me. Let's see. I want some meat. Oh, are you good?
So? Don't wolf it down like that. What did Huh? Oh, oh.
I don't know. Tim said something a while back that actually got me thinking, because, like, he mentioned back in the day he wanted to, like, have a show where, like, I just sat down and, like, talked about things. And I did consider it, but, like, I don't know. I feel like now I still don't have a lot of time to edit, but, like, I do kind of want to do one of those shows where I just sit around and talk about things. Like, sort of, like, not like a controversial version, but, like, a show where, like, I just sit down and I just do things without, like, a lot of research. And I pose questions or something like that. That was one of the things I debated.
I kind of get I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Coming right up.
When I got into middle school, my mom and Sojiro took me out to eat sushi. That sushi with today's was pretty good too. I hope that. When should we do? I wish she.
Sorry if I go silent. I'm like working on something right now.
No, it's fine. It's that part of, like, it's the main problem with, like, the. Oh.
Looks like we won't be getting sushi to go.
Sorry, I just realized the cost of sushi is, like, so expensive nowadays.
Welcome on, huh? So. Wait, we'd better get up.
Akihabara sounds like a fun place to visit. There's just like a lot of electronics and stuff. What was I talking about before? But yeah, no, we're in that part of the episode of Persona where like we get like all our content out in the
Are you all by yourself?
in the first half.
Hey, over there.
Did you run away from?
And then, like, we just sort of are like, well, there's nothing really to commentate on right now.
Yeah, hurry.
Well, can you come down to the station? Huh? Do you know? You're not. Very well.
Futaba. Sorry. I thought I could. What happened? There wasn't anyone I knew with me, so I panicked. Felt like my heart was gonna pop. I got so scared all by myself, then all these people started staring at me. Look, Futaba. If you're ever in... Okay. I feel kinda calm. You don't have... Couldn't even go by... Futaba. But I'm okay outside as long as it's... Please, I'll try and get better. Yeah.
God, this is like... Now we get the Futaba confidant where it's like, you got so good at technology, tell me, how'd you get so good at technology? It's just like, I just help someone be socially more acceptable and be able to buy video games by themselves. At some point, we just explain what each confidant's like goal was to sign. At some point, she's just got to be like, I mean, like, I could probably arrest you for the stuff you did with the model gun owner, but like, just what?
I get shot with the birth.
You helped a guy with art, and that made you more powerful?
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. You literally ran track with a guy, and that somehow made you better at fighting? Yeah.
Weren't you bawling your eyes out?
I'm going insane.
Yeah, but I have my key item. Come on, let's.
One of your confidants was a cat?
A talking cat.
Where were you two?
Akihabara.
What?
I mean, it's better than Persona 4, where literally we have a confidant with a fox, a literal fox.
Maybe you'll even be able to go to.
Yeah.
But of course, this fox is just like, I want to grant people's wishes.
Hey,
And it's so much more complicated in Persona 4 Golden. I should have bought ice cream before the store closed. I don't know why I crave ice cream right after I just said we got hit by a blizzard, but, you know.
I mean, I'm starting to get snackish myself.
This is just the problem with being late night streamers. We just crave food in the middle of the night. Please don't send me back to mental jail. I don't want to go back to mental jail. No.
Listen up, inmate.
it seems you. This is the owner of. It will help guide.
Also, why does Igor care so much about how many people I, like, meet nowadays? He's like, so how was school today? It's like, Igor, you're not
my dad.
You're really not. You're right. That would be Sojiro, according to your confidant. Stop spying on me. You helped On with her modeling career. Igor, stop. Here's some Ultra stock, and now you can have 12 personas. Thanks, I guess, but could you just leave me alone?
Until we...
It is time.
I mean, at least you're not looking at my search history. Why do you think you should have read the terms and conditions correctly? Oh, God.
Morning.
Ooh. Make sure you study.
Futaba says she's going to shift to living a
A healthy mission starts.
mission.
And on to... In regard to the so-called Phantom Thieves, the Prime Minister held a press...
The government acknowledges we are currently confirmed.
Even
They're allies of justice.
they change hearts, huh?
In all honesty, let's find clues on that for Futaba.
You two really get along. You're gonna be late if you don't...
Good luck on your.
And now we start school. And I think once they get to school, I'm just gonna call it there.
Fair enough.
We'll grind out some more things. We'll try to get to the next storyline, I guess. I'm just gonna go until I run into Kasumi again, because God knows she's just gonna throw herself into the situation at some point.
The Phantom Thieves are great.
Second turn. I think this ever. How? All right, let's see. We. Oh yeah, but. You stupid.
Oh right, it's a double beach episode, because next week's they go to Hawaii.
School trip. Takamaki-san. You can speak English. Beast. That's. I lived a. Hey, if there's. Huh? Hey. Sorry.
Oh, this is about her confidant. That's good. Oh, and now she's going to be threatened into,
You know. I'm sorry.
And in all fairness, it'd be optimistic if, like, we could just stop paying people who really want the money.
There you... Futaba!
I went to get her since I got out of school early.
What a pig.
Well then, let's... That's...
It's... What's more?
Yeah, but everyone at school... We told...
True. The rankings on... You mean that?
Huh? What the hell? First place?
People are voting around the clock.
If we go after these guys, I'm sure we'll... What would you use? I've never...
Are you fine with that, Futaba? It's not okay. I'm definitely gonna punch that guy.
The culprit? If we can change... Should we reveal our identities then?
Whoa, whoa!
Are you... Ryuji?
There would be no
Why are we just shouting this in the middle of a public hallway?
Yep, that's Ryuji.
It's not even just for Yuji, it's on too.
Hey, did you know where the Phantom is?
If I remember...
Why?
Yes.
Am I the only one with common sense?
Does she have a personal life?
Also, leave it to Futaba being like, yeah, sure. Hack your sister's computer for me, why don't you?
You'll have to... Can you do it? Sis does bring her life.
Ooh, is Futaba... Are you scared of...
No!
What? But I gave a gag order in regard to Mr. Kamashi. Please wait. I will find.
Oh, and now the principal is not going to be happy about this.
Let's leave the... Hey, hey!
Alright, and that's what we're gonna call to it today. We're investigating all the mental shutdown cases. Makoto's gotta hack her sister's computer. And yeah, we're looking for our next target via voting. So, let me not do that, actually. Let me not hit that home button. People saw my home screen for a second. You did not. Have a good night, everybody.
Everyone, criticize his app organization.
No!